Hi, my name's Eric Wilson. I'm a 35-year licensed mechanic, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the problems in this car so you understand for yourself what is or just what it is and what can or can't be done. Okay, so starting off with all the codes are dealing with two different issues. This is called the catalytic converter. And your codes are coming up that as catalytic converter efficiency is below threshold, which means this is that this catalytic converter is filled with precious metal, and over time it loses the efficiency to take out the carbon monoxide, and then it trips the code as low efficiency, and it trips a check engine light. That's half of the codes you've got on the problem right now. The trouble is this, the fact that the catalytic converter is not doing its job as efficiently doesn't affect the runnability at all. It does trip a light, but it doesn't affect the runnability at all. Now, to change this catalytic converter, you're talking about about a $400 job, because they're just not cheap. So that's 50% of the codes you're dealing with, and I'm going to show you what the other 50% is as well. Okay, now they said that your brakes. They said that your brakes. I have to show you with a flashlight here inside there, and I can't show you closely what the brake pads are, but the brake pads have about 20,000 K left on the front. So that's what you got left on the front for front brakes. Now, the one thing I did notice was that this connecting rod right there, and then if you go up and you see up top right there, that's called the sway bar link. And I did notice when I was driving the car that that connecting rod is loose. It's not broken. Again, not a runnability issue, but it is annoying because it goes twang every time you hit a bump. And that's the right. No, this is the left sway bar link, but I did notice that was loose. And here's the right sway bar link, and up in there it's hard to see, but that one again, notice is loose, so that is annoying, but definitely not a runnability issue. Now your back brakes, I've got about 20,000 K, 25,000 K left on them, so there's lots of back brakes on this particular vehicle. Okay, now the other half of the codes have to do with this sensor right here. This is called the oxygen sensor, okay? And what the codes are relating to is not that the oxygen sensor isn't working. It is, because the oxygen sensor senses how much oxygen is in the exhaust air, and it tells the computer, and it helps to regulate the amount of fuel your car uses. What the problem is that there's a heater inside of this oxygen sensor, and that heater goes on for the first 60 to 120 seconds when you start the car, because it heats the oxygen sensor so that it gets up to peak performance very quickly. What the codes are relating to is that the heater itself is not working. The oxygen sensor is working, doing its job. It just takes a little longer to get warm because the exhaust gas heats it. Instead of the heater heating it up within 2 minutes, it takes maybe 5 minutes to heat up to max performance. And now, is it a runnability issue? Not in any way, shape, or form, but it does trip a trouble light. So those are those two issues are what all of the codes are relating to. The brakes are what they are, and now to change the oxygen sensor, you're looking at, it's about $100, about $150 job, parts and labor. The front sway bar lengths is about a $200 job. So that's pretty much what you're looking at to deal with the issues of this car and the trouble codes.